Very good morning, students. We are now entering into management segment after an elaborate revision of economics segment comprising of micro, macro and business environment. That part of it is completely done. So today and tomorrow we have reserved for management segment. So as we did in fundamentals of business economics, you have important revision cues or revision tips for addressing questions quickly. I think yesterday, even in the classroom, we were doing that. So without the revision cue, how you address that question, and after the revision tip was given, how quickly you were able to do. So that kind of things are there. And also, like as we did for business environment, quiz types. Okay, so we will have a very important questions and answer key is also shared. Okay, you can do that as a classroom exercise. And remember, our paper 4 comprises of, or the very title of the paper is Fundamentals of Business Economics and Management. So we are now entering into management segment. Okay, now let's go into the topic very clearly. Yes, my dear students, a hearty and a warm welcome to the management exclusive segment here. And this is towards preparing you for an ambitious score. By now you would have studied it, but for revision, what should I do? So a bit of, crucial components can be touched upon and a quick revision of some of the management jargons and techniques which are very important and enabling you to understand what is going to be the very important question from this segment. Okay, so that is how we are going to begin this session. So basically understand that your topic is all about the management syllabus is centered around elements of management. That's the main thing here, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you. And the topic list, look at this: nature and scope of management, nature and process of planning, nature and process of organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, coordination, decision making, and you have few short topics: Taylor's theory of scientific management, Fayol's 14 principles of management, Max Weber's theories, and other theories, right? Now, today, if you see our target coverage, interestingly will be these, because Taylor and Fayol, they are seen as fundamentals. We would touch upon that, okay, to see how strong you are in that. And at least, yeah, we will target this much. That is generally on nature and scope of management and the elements of management. Under that, we can try planning, organizing, and staffing. So that tomorrow we can do directing, controlling, coordination, decision making, and Max Weber. So approximately, if you find today you can do around 6 topics, and tomorrow you can do around 5 topics, right? So that is the plan of action. Okay, so this is how we are going to do. Yes, Karan, yes, you're entering the appropriate time. We have just announced the topic list and what is going to be day 1 coverage and what will be day 2 coverage. So day 1 coverage is highlighted in red for you, and Taylor and Fayol, see, they are fundamentals. Any question paper can start like that. It is an unwritten law kind of a thing. And the 3 fundamental topics, we have to go in orderly manner. And as I was just telling you, if you look at the syllabus, it is mainly the 5 important elements: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling as separate topics, coordination as a separate topic. And apart from that, you have theories: Taylor's theory, Fayol's theory, Max Weber's theory, and the revised syllabus has added a couple of theories like stewardship theories, agency theory, right? So like yesterday, we will have quiz tests. I'll be hinting you some tips for the examination. All those we are going to have, right? Okay. So we are beginning with Taylor's contribution. Okay, that's the first thing we are going to see here. And now here, look at this particular thing, Taylor's thing, so that only I can test you. I will give you questions. I think you're all having your revision notebook ready for management segment. So you have the thing for the management segment. Yeah. So have your notebook. Yes, take it out and take down the tips. Now, Taylor's contribution to scientific management. My dear students, there is only one point you have to understand. Scientific management is all about shop floor management. Shop floor management is a management jargon. I told you, today you will be revising jargons. When you say shop floor management, remember it is about factory level operations. Okay, it is not the entire thing, it is about factory level operations. So Taylor's scientific management is pertinent or relevant to shop floor management. So online students, you have to tell me whether you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So look at this point clearly. What are the key aspects you have to go? You are going to concentrate on scientific management. Who is called as a father of scientific management? Taylor. F.W. Taylor. Okay, that one. Second, principles of management given by him. Third one, techniques. Yes, okay. Principles are theoretical constructs, right? How to implement them is the techniques. In the class, I would have told you, isn't it? Time study, motion study, all this will come under techniques. And principles, you have 5 principles. You are going to see the part now very clearly. This is your shop floor management. Already you know we have the material also. But just to tell you how it is, factory manager. So remember, Taylor's scientific management is shop floor management relating to factory only. Planning in charges, production in charges, implementation. So under planning you have instruction card clerk, route clerk, all clerks, time and cost clerk, disciplinarian. And under production implementation in charge, speed boss, yes, very good, gang boss, repair boss, inspector, and you have the workers, right? And this is your Fayol's contribution, 14 important principles. Have it in your fingertips. The reason is, of the 4, 1 will be an odd man out. Okay, 3 will be Fayol, 1 would be Taylor. You must identify it. Karan, please read all the 14 ones.
Division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordinate of individual interest and mutual interest, remuneration, the degree of centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stabilization of tenure personnel, initiative, esprit de corps.
Good. Now, one point you have to make sure is this. Please understand the difference between Taylor and Fayol. I'm going to tell you. For Taylor, it is 8 superiors or supervisors per subordinate. Yeah, screen is there, yeah.
Not here.
It's check it out. Maybe the font size. See, yesterday the screen was not there, but clarity. Any adjustment you have to make
From there.
from there. You have to make design. I will make into white. Yes, please check it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Yes, you have made it very clear. Excellent. So here Karan is helping us out. So yes, Nitish, you got it now? Yes. 8 superiors per subordinate is Taylor, and this is one expected repeated favorite question of the examiner. And in Fayol it will be 1 superior, 1 subordinate. Please remember that point very well. 1 superior, 1 subordinate. I put it under expected question for you. Right. So this is where we are learning some differences between Taylor and Fayol. That's very important point. Okay. So I suppose you have noted down that very important point. And remember, Regarding Fayol, 14 principles are important. He has also given classification of business activities. I suppose you remember that also. Financial, commercial, security, accounting, right? You remember all those which we did in the class? Yes? Okay. Now, let's move on. And 14 principles of Fayol you study proper. And Fayol is called as a father of modern management. Management. In Taylor is father of scientific management. Fayol is father of modern management. Remember that very clearly. Okay, expected fundamental questions. Right. Okay. Now we are going to move on to our quiz bank. Okay. Both from Taylor and Fayol, I put it together. You know why? Because only then comparatively you will study. For exam also prepare like that. It's no problem if you don't know the answer, but we will just have a glimpse into the questions. Very important, no?
First one is modern management is
Good. Right.
second
Then
one is Taylor science.
dash is to be replaced by rule of science.
Taylor.
No.
Taylor.
The
Rule of
question.
science.
Instead of rule of science, no, we have to have rule of science in the place of some other rule. What is that rule? I have to replace a particular rule by rule of science. What is that rule? It comes under scientific management.
Scientific.
It's okay, no problem. We will see answers are there. One of the following is not a principle of management. Scientific management. We are talking about scientific management. See, one of it. We have given 4 options.
Principle of navigation.
Perfect, yeah. Correct. Somehow you got it. Dash is to make a systematic and critical study of the movements of both the factors, namely man and machine. Here it is a question on technique of scientific management. You have a lot of techniques there. If you know the techniques, you can answer this question. Under functional foremanship, dash supervisors, supervisor workers job. How many supervisors are there?
8.
And 8. Good, yeah, not bad. Dash lays down the sequence or path that each operation is to adopt to complete the task. Which clerk lays down? So many clerks we saw?
4 clerks.
Yes, 4 clerks, good. 4 bosses type and 4 clerks type.
Boss types.
Who lays down it's a boss or the clerk and whoever it is. See, if you want, you can also see the people. That reference slide is there. Somebody from here is the answer. Who lays the sequence or path for the task to be completed?
Good clerk.
Correct here. Not bad. Your beginning is good today. I think online students, you are also able to answer. Karan has almost answered many questions here. Okay. Disciplinarian comes under office specialist. That is he coming under planning side or implementation side? Planning means office. Implementation means factory. That is this side. Again, I'll show you that. So these are the types of questions they can ask. Does he come under office or does he come under implementation?
What was the question?
Disciplinarian, does he comes under office, true or false?
It's true, I think.
True, you think? Okay, we will see. Okay, I will show you the answers, don't worry. Okay, now we are going to answer the question. Please look at the answers. Online students, check your answers. Fayol, isn't it? You told Fayol is called as the father of modern management. Rule of thumb is to be replaced by rule of science. You remember, rule of thumb is given by whom? Taylor. Taylor said, remove the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means unscientific. Factory operations are not working efficiently. He found that wastages and inefficiency is rampant because unscientifically it was done. That is rule of thumb. It has to be replaced by scientific planning. That is rule of science. Okay. I think the thumb you would have studied, you would have known also. Look at the third. That answer is correct. Because the principle of navigation it comes under principle of planning. Okay. So correct. That your point is very much correct. Dash is to make a systematic and critical study of the movements of both the factors, namely man and machine. It is motion study. Several techniques are there: time study, motion study, scientific task planning, high-speed steel, functional foremanship, differential wage rate system. All these are techniques. Okay, right. Then under functional foremanship, I think you answered correctly. 8 supervisor worker's job. And please remember, under unity of command, 1 superior, 1 subordinate for Fayol. Okay. For Taylor, it is 8 superiors, 1 subordinate. Okay. Dash lays down the sequence or path that each operation is to adopt to complete the task. Root clerk. I think you gave the answer. Disciplinarian comes under office specialist. True. Because under planning wing is called as office. Implementation wing is foreman or workers. Okay, so got the answers. Intricate questions, all these are intricate, not simple questions. I suppose online students have also checked your answers and noted the correct answer. Okay, see, management will be little tougher than economics revision because
names.
Yeah. But today you're learning. Now this question you would have learned. And under Taylor and Fayol, what is important? For Taylor, you should know it is shop floor management refers to factory level operations. Point 1. Second point, what are the important principles given by him? What are the techniques to implement the principles? Okay, that much only. In Fayol, you have to know what? The 6 classification of business activities, 14 principles. Okay. More questions. Do it. Expand post-corp. Repeated question. Mark this as repeated question. Post-corp given by Luther Gallic. Management expert Luther Gallic has given it. It's very important. Then search for capital and its optimum use comes under. Fayol has given 6 classification of business activities. Generally, we study 14 principles. Yes, Mudit. Hearty welcome. So we move on now. So what is the exercise you're going to do? We were discussing this exercise. See, variety of questions I've chosen for you. Expansion of post-corp. Repeated question. As given by Luther Gallic. You want me to make it big? The font is small? Fine only? Okay. Search for capital and its optimum use comes under. Why am I giving this to you? If you know, people are studying only 14 principles of AR. They are forgetting the 6 business activities, that classification he gave. So I've taken from there and given you. Okay. Third question. According to Fayol, what are the functions of management? My dear students, listing of management functions. That order. What Fayol gave.
Planning.
You are going to write it. Take out your revision book and write. See, general ordering. Tell me the general order for planning, organizing.
Directing.
Is it planning, organizing? Third is directing. Staffing. Directing.
Controlling. Coordination.
Yes. So controlling. 5 only. Now, Fayol has given a different order. If you are able to find out that, you give. According to Fayol, what are the functions of management? You give that order. Next question is, I'll read the questions. You can also have a look at it and do it. Planning, organizing and controlling. 3 only was given by. Only 3 was given by. Okay. Next question. Respect for agreements denotes which principle of management? That is among the 14 principles, this statement refers to one principle. Discipline. Perfect answer. How instantaneously you told? What I'm telling you. Okay. One head, one plan means unity of command. True or false? True? Sure? Okay. We will see. I will read the question. By the time, also give a second thought to it. There are as many as dash principles of management given by Fayol. Number is asked. Okay. Fayol has classified business activities in dash categories. Number of categories he has given. In times of emergency, hierarchy may be violated. In this case, dash is adopted. Scalar chain cannot be adopted always. It is adopted always, but in emergency, we skip the scalar chain. Instead, you have something else. Gangplank. Yes. Employees should be allowed to express new ideas. This comes under the principle of dash. Initiative. See here, all answers are there for you. See, that's what I told you. Now look at the answer. Expanding post-cob. Look at the answer. P stands for planning, O stands for organizing, S stands for staffing, D stands for directing, CO stands for coordinating, R stands for reporting, B stands for budgeting. Now the questions which I am revising in management is repeated, expected, important, complicated, and also template or model questions. Okay. If you are able to answer these questions means your preparation is going right. Okay, now look at the third one. Did you all find out the answer for us? For the third one, search for capital and its optimum use comes under which business activity as classified by Fayol? Financial. Okay, before that, according to Fayol, what are the functions of management? Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. It is not a usual order, no. What was the usual order? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Fayol's order is different. Therefore, they will ask. Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Remember that. Okay. Yes. This one. Search for capital comes under financial. Okay, that is the answer. Okay, then. Planning, organizing, and controlling was given by. Actually, it is. Oh, some answers are missing. I will write. Ralph C. Davis. You remember that? Okay, this exercise already done. So look at this page. So here it is. These three alone was given by Ralph C. Davis. Okay, that is the answer. And here it is financial. I will make it as Calibri. I think Calibri is a little more clear to you. Okay. Now, one head, one plan implies unity of command. False. Karan, you said true, isn't it? Now, learn the answer.
Unity of direction.
Unity of command is one superior, one subordinate. Just we saw, no? 8 superiors, 1 subordinate for Taylor. 1 superior, 1 subordinate, unity of command for Fayol. Okay. There are how many principles? 14 principles. Isn't it? 14 principles. Okay. Then, Fayol has classified business activities into 6 categories. Okay. And I think gangplank you all told correctly. When scalar chain is followed every time, during emergencies it will be skipped. Therefore, we have gangplank. Okay. Employees should be allowed to express new ideas. This comes under the principle of initiative. See, just now we saw this one. Do you understand that? Yes, are you clear? So please remember regarding Taylor and Fayol, What should I prepare, ma'am? I told you that regarding Taylor, what should be a definition of management itself given by Taylor, meaning who is called as the father of scientific management, principles of scientific management, techniques. Have this in your fingertips, right? That's where we did know, but you found out the odd man out in the principles. They will give you one principle which is incorrect. Okay, that is the exercise we did. And functional foremanship, differential wage rate system. In differential wage rate system, those who reach the target or above will get a higher wages than those who are not reaching the target. Yes, not performing well. Remember that. And 14 principles are there for you. And then this is one expected question. This is your functional foremanship and this is your unity of command. Who is father of modern management? Fayol. Who is the father of scientific management? Taylor. And please read from Bharadwaj source definitely for, what is that? Taylor and Fayol. Because as they are asking in the examination only, we prepared that. Okay? When you do your revision also, crystal clear it will be. To the point. What is time study? What is motion study? What is a root club? That's everything. That's how you answer this. I think this quiz Mudit Karan did very well because almost all he was able to answer except one or two. So revise from, because in parent source it's very condensed. No, any type of question you can't answer from there. Okay. And this just now you understood. Okay, what you have to do. And in Fayol, apart from 14 principles, remember 6 business activities, that classification, you have to go through that. Okay, so that's very important. Do you want me to show that our Bharadwaj material, or you know what I'm referring to? You want me to show that, or you know, isn't it? That yeah, you know or not? I mean, you want me to show our material for you? That's what I'm asking. I'm saying no, you revise from our material. I think that's what I told you. Yes. You have got it? You have got the material? Yes, that's what I meant. So this chapter you can learn from Bharadwaj material, which would be much better. Very crystal clear we have given you. Chapter 1 and 2. No, it is financial, accounting, commercial, managerial, isn't it? You also have security, technical, isn't it? How many we have written? 6. That's what. Technical, commercial, financial, security, accounting and managerial. Remember that. Okay. It would be in page 12, if I'm right. With that chart we would have given you. And his listing of activities also. Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling. Okay. Planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating and controlling. And Luther Gulick is very important. I think in the next page, Ralph C. Davis is there. Look at page number 13. Ralph C. Davis, planning, organizing and controlling. Isn't it? And Fayol's classification, even as in the other page, you are given very clearly. So, general listing of managerial functions, or managerial elements. Fayol's listing, Luther Gulick listing. I think Luther Gulick's listing will be in a planning topic, if I'm right. That's where I gave you. Put it there and our planning. Anyways, we will see. We know that it's Luther Gulick and that's not a problem. But here itself. Oh, it's given there itself, no? In the first topic itself. In FAOL itself, it's given. Page 1, you see general functions on one side and postcop on the other side. Did you see current Mudit, page 11?
Yes, general functions
And postcop. Postcop given by Luther Gulick. Look at the small box there. Luther Gulick describes a word.
the word postcode
Yeah.
by using
Yes. So planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. Okay. Fayol, Luther Gulick, and Ralph C. Davis. All these are there. Functional foremanship, please revise properly because we have given the main classification and explanation for each of this, a line or two. So are you clear now with the Taylor and Fayol? Yes. So that we can start with nature and scope of management. Okay. You have a lot of exercise which is being done for you. You are expected to note it. Okay. Shall we begin management segment? Nature and process of management. Now, please note the revision tips. Ma'am, what should I focus in this topic? Look at this definitions. And this suggestion is, I'm giving you in the revision thing itself, the PPT slide which was made for this topic and shared with you in the group study. For each topic, I'm going to tell you from where the sources. Taylor and Fayol, you're going to study from Bharadwaj material. I am just trying to tell you exam oriented preparation for revision. This topic you are going to study from where? From the PPT slide which was given to you. Hint, because now you are in the revision part, I am giving you exam cue. Use PPT. I'll show you that PPT. It's there with me now itself. And I'm going to question you, our exercise is on there. Please look at it, how we prepared. Look at our PPT. Nature and scope of management. Definition, name of the expert, definition given. And what are the important things which are there. Okay, year of publication, wherever it is. Additional information and evolution of management which is there in your parent source. No, we have now highlighted what is important and given. So if you use PPT, it's a ready reckoner. That's a tip for this chapter. And look at the order of the way we are going. Taylor, Fayol, nature and process of management, one by one, which source you are going to study. So if you use this, you will finish it off in no time. The preparation would be done very quicker. Revision would be done quicker because direct and to the point. Okay. And definitions from the parent source quoted for you. What is important? Features, objectives, management as an art, science and profession, scope of management. We finished with a case study, if you remember. I told you that case study is also given. And some important debates. Management versus administration. Manager versus entrepreneurship. Okay, these are all important debates. Entrepreneur, intrapreneur. Skills of a professional manager. Role of a manager. Levels of management. Okay, and finally this book. Yes, so you would be following this for the examination. Okay, now, so what is that I'm going to do? The definitions I'm going to prepare. Features and objectives for correct and incorrect statements. Correct and incorrect. Okay. Elements and functions of management. See, I've given identify the most appropriate element. They'll give you a particular dash is primarily an intellectual exercise. Now, of the elements of management, which suits? I'm giving you the options here. Like this, they will ask you from elements. They'll give you a statement, and this statement fits which element?
Planning.
Planning. Okay, that is one model of question. Okay, now art, science, and profession. They will give you whether they'll give you a sentence and find out whether management is there described as an art, science, or a profession. Okay, theoretically it is science, practically it is art, professionally it is evolving. That's all, very simple, right? And remember, management is also an inexact science, soft science. Why? Because it is not as exact as laws of physics and chemistry, right? Okay. Management is an interdisciplinary science. Interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary means
It's knowledge.
inputs from all relevant subjects or related subjects. Very good. And roles, skills, and responsibility of a manager, it is coming from in and around the topic. So you might tend to ignore it, but I highlight in and around the topic. It's a question for in and around the topic. I will put it a little differently. Okay. Scope of management. Remember the 4 departments and the 5 elements. 4 departments are production department, marketing department, finance department, and personnel department. Right. Okay. And remember, management versus implementation. Which is higher than which? Management is implementation. Administration is formulation. Remember, administration is a higher level activity. Management is a lower level activity. Means what? Next to administration. So policy formulation is administration. Policy implementation is management. And then manager versus entrepreneur. Manager is an hired professional, salaried person. Entrepreneur is a owner. Okay. With the small input, we are going to start the exercise. Try this.
Control.
Dash defines management as the process of getting things done by and through others. Name of the expert you have to do. Dash defines management as. See, these are all exercise questions. Next type of question, see, these are all called as model questions. Not that you should know to answer, because unless you studied, had you studied only, you can answer no. I am telling you that why this revision management is important is, if you don't have time for revising a chapter, at least revise these questions. Model questions with the answer key I am going to give. Okay. Massey defines management as a process by which cooperative group directs actions towards common goals. True or false? Like this also, they will give you the name of the expert, they will give you the definition. They will say it is true, it is false, or they will give you two or some other options. That is also one type. One is finding out who said this. The other is finding out whether the person said this is true or false. Both types I am giving you. Then, according to Dash, management is a distinct process performed to determine and accomplish stated objective by use of human beings and the other resources. Again, name of the expert. Henry Fayol defined management as a process consisting of Dash functions. Who considers management as an essential, distinct and leading institution? Dash has written that management has been defined as that function that breaks down into at least 2 major responsibilities, one of which is planning, other is controlling. Dash has been called the art of getting things done through people and by Dash. See how tricky the question is? Okay. Now you are going to read the answer key. Please read the answer key. I will make it big for you so that it will get registered in your mind. You see this. Should I make it into 2 pages? Is it very small? I'm asking you people. Yes? It's fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Make it into 2 pages? Yes, okay. I think one of you can read one page, another can read another page. Okay. See, all this we have typed out and come for you because we are truly interested in your progress. You only understand that, that's more than enough. First page, who's going to read? Answer key, no? So what is highlighted is the answer. Are you understanding? Read.
It's defined management as a process of getting things done by and through others. Marx.
Yeah, this whole definition is true. This is one type of question, no? We read this, no? Whether the Maase has given this means yes, he was the one who gave this. Go to the third one.
Kuhns and O'Donnell states that the management means getting things done through and with people.
See, true, yes. Remember the name of the experts. Yes, true. Go to the next one.
According to
George Terry.
Management is a distinct process.
Okay.
Performed to determine and accomplish state objectives by the use of human beings and other resources.
Very good. Okay. Next part, Mudit. Can you read? This one. Just want to give some space for it. Yeah. Read this.
Henry Fayol, the pioneer of administrative management, viewed management as a process consisting of 5 functions.
5 functions. To forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, to control. You see that? That's why we call it as 5 functions. Because forecast and plan, it goes hand in hand in its definition. Okay, it doesn't come separately. In fact, sometimes they leave off forecast and start with planning only. It's not wrong. Because forecast and plan go hand in hand. Then to organize, command, coordinate and control. Right. Now, Peter Drucker, who gave this important, see, management as an essential, distinct and leading institution. It was given by Peter Drucker. Okay. Lawrence Apley, see, things, he has given that particular definition. No, he says it's nothing but getting things done through the people, and the function breaks down into 2 major responsibilities. One is planning, one is control. See, crucial definitions only have given. Yes, yes.
When Kuhns and O'Donnell said.
No. Where is it? Kuhns and O'Donnell we already saw. That's all. It stops here. Look at him. Look at this.
But the last, the art of getting things
Isn't it different from Kuhns and O'Donnell? Through and with people. Look at here. Through people only. You see the difference? See, through and with people, what is the thing? Kuhns and O'Donnell sees people not only as instruments, but also together. That's why with people. But Follett says, people are instruments only. So it is only through. But when you have through and with, it is Kuhns and O'Donnell. That is why it's an intricate question. You mark the difference. Yes or no? Through and with people is different from through people alone. Note it. Hicks, look at Hicks then. By and through others. Others. He doesn't give people. They are others. How related they are. Hicks, Kuhns and O'Donnell and Follett. Yes? Did you make a note of it?
through and with others was given.
By was given by and through others by Hicks. By and others by Hicks. Through and with people is Kuhns and O'Donnell. And through people alone is
Follow.
fall it. Mary Parker fall it. Last one. So these definitions are selected because they are unique. See, Lawrence Apley, he says there are two, management has two responsibilities, planning and control. So distinct one. In Henry Fayol's definition, 5 functions are given. Do you see that? Okay. Yes. Now look at this slide. Now management as an art, science and profession is a repeated question in the examination. This segment is repeatedly asked. You can never ignore this actually. That is why some tips to remember, like yesterday, with the tips Karan was able to do very well yesterday. So some tips. I remember, you have to say, oh, I remember this. Therefore, this should be a statement denoting management as a profession. Science, universal principles, experimentation and observation, cause and effect, test of validity and predictability. And of course, this fundamental point you should know, systematic body of theoretical knowledge. That is always given. That's a definition actually. Systematic body of theoretical, yes. Okay. Now as an art, practical knowledge. Practical also you have another term, empirical. Okay. Personal skill, creativity, perfection, goal oriented. Just because it is not theoretical, don't think there is no result oriented. It is result oriented. Okay. Profession, systematic, again systematic body of knowledge. Why? Advanced degree, specialization is required to become a professional. Formal method, post matching the skill. It is a job oriented, no, profession is a job oriented study. Association with the National Institute, code of conduct and readiness to respond to the needs of man, which means service. These are all the parent institute terms to define art, science and profession. So remember, from the parent source how they define, I give you here. Okay, are you clear? Do you see this now? Yes, at 7:30 I will give you a break. Yes, I have to give you a break, but I will give you a set of questions which you are going to have a look into and then you are going to answer. Okay, so there is a set of questions for you. Yes, answer key is there. Yeah, now this is the set of question you are going to look at. This is CU. Capital I want to give. Have a glimpse into these questions. So we will take 5 minutes break in between, okay? Because I can't term management, it is very heavy for you. You will require some, to focus. I just don't want you to just occupy the chairs. Mind should be there. You should have read something today having attended the session. Okay, so that is the reason actually. So now keep looking at this question. You are coming back. We are going to do this. You remember yesterday we did business environment quiz. Like that I have prepared a Word document also. Apart from PPT exercise, Word document exercise is also there. Okay, so please look at it and you should do independently. No discussion. I'm just showing it to you because anyway management is tough only. Okay, so my dear online students also, we will have some 5 to 8 minutes a break and then we will start. Okay, we will go for this exercise. That is my point. Try this. We will add more questions also. And whichever source I'm telling you to study, you study that, okay? It will be very good for you. Today and tomorrow attend. Tomorrow any marriage is there? Somebody present.
Actually, not marriage is something.
What is it? Every time one story. Okay.
December 7th is marriage. So now the function and all is
This is it's marriage industry. Ceremony functions and all you're going
no,
He's
home.
only-
at home. Your own sister or cousin sister?
Cousin, my father's mom.
Fathers.
So it is happening in the first event happening. So that's the problem.
God only should save you, yeah. And how many, what to say, marriages and other things you'll have by the time you complete CMA final?
Just. Nanti. Oh ya, cuti नहीं आ रहा मेरे को नहीं हो रहा सच्ची में सही में नहीं हो रहा लंदन नहीं हो क्या क्या 3 बजे तक पढ़ा ना हाँ 3 बजे तक पढ़ा क्या पढ़ा एक काम जो कल पढ़ाया वो
सप्लाई का कंप्लीट क्या
तो फिर
एक तरफ से अभी पेटी कोई नहीं है हमारी अभी पापा भी शुगर पेटी गए मिर्ची और कुछ लाने को सामान जो बनेगा ना
मैं उठ के सीधा आया हूँ मुंह धो के आया हूँ बस
मैं मुंह भी नहीं धो के आया हूँ पता है मुंह भी नहीं धो के आया हूँ फिर कपड़ा बदल कर
3 बजे तक क्या करा मैं खुद ही 1 बजे तक सो गया था
अरे मैं पढ़ रहा था भाई वो
कितने बजे से
पता शायद 12 बजे से
टाइम होता है खबर
अरे वो जो सुबह सुबह वो बोला ना काम वो तो वो बोला ना कल वो जो काम वाले वो सब लोग जो थे वो आगे भाई वो आके वही कर रहे थे पर वो था कुछ काम किए ही आके वो स्टोर रूम ये साफ कर रहे थे दादी बोल रही ये करो वो कर रहे थे बस कुछ ये सुबह पूरा यही हो रहा था करके
अपने रूम अकेला सोता
ऐसा फिक्स नहीं है था मन करता उधर सो जाता हूँ कभी हॉल में सो जाता हूँ कभी रूम में सोता हूँ कभी दादी के साथ सो जाता हूँ
अरे अकेले
हाँ? कल रात को तो हॉल पे ही सोता हूँ ठंड बहुत ज्यादा है भाई एसी में सोया नहीं जाता
फ्रेंड्स बहुत यूज किए
हाँ भाई मैं तो कितने साल के बाद यूज कर रहा हूँ मतलब मैं लास्ट
ऐसे चमड़ी के निकाल के फिर ऐसे बहुत किया इसको
मैं लास्ट 7th 8th में था तब यूज किया उसके बाद अभी यूज अभी तो दिवाली के लिए जो खरीदते हैं ना उसमें खरीदेंगे
इसकी ब्लैक वर्जन भी है पता है गोल्ड वर्जन ब्लैक
तो रोबो में इस पे रोबो में बिना टिप वाली सर सही में बता रहा हूँ बहुत बुरा
अभी क्या क्या कुछ चल रहा है प्राइस देख
ये है भाई
किसी का आंसर आता है इसका मूवी चले मूवी
मैं से मैं वापस कर जाऊँ
शादी कब है
7th को
दिसंबर 25 क्योंकि पुष्पा आ गई है chill 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 मूवी से शादी से इम्पोर्टेंट मूवी है जो फील आता है फर्स्ट शो फिगर से में पता है
ये तेरा साइकिल के लिए तो यहाँ पे जो आने वाली
अभी तो लॉन्च ही का होगी तो
आएगी किधर हो
आएगी तो भाव 13,000 15,000 है तो प्राइस जो 3,000 4,000 रुपये नहीं देकर दे नहीं सकता है बहुत कम बहुत भीड़ ना खड़ा होना हम क्या करते हैं हम दोस्त लोग क्या करते हैं 2 4 लोग को लुक के लोगों को पकड़ते हैं उनको पूरी रात वापस आईपीएल स्टेडियम में बहुत ज्यादा भीड़ होती है ना टिकट्स के लिए लाइन एक जने को 2 टिकट ही देते हैं हम 4 5 को पकड़ते हैं छुट्टे लोगों को वहाँ पर खड़ा करते हैं ले लेते हैं 2,500 के 3,500 में एक टिकट आता है 500 के उनको दे देते हैं तो टोटल हमारे पास बहुत 4,000 में एक टिकट आया राइट 4,000 में एक टिकट हम बेचते हैं 7 8 10 12 एक दिन का तो 14 कैसे करता है भाई टिकट्स तो ऑनलाइन तो मिलना चांस बहुत कम है बहुत 0.1% तो आईपीएल को खोलेगा ना एक ये वीकेंड ईएसएस आएगा चलिए भाई क्या करेगा कौन जाएगा अच्छा बोले कोई लिंक हो तो करा सकता है सोना को बोले कोई आपके पास लिंक हो तो आप ही करो तो बहुत महंगा है ये देखा
What is happening? Having fun, not understanding the seriousness of management. Are you able to write these answers? Are you able to locate some answers or not? I'll show the answer anyway. I will not trouble you much, but at least I can recollect some. See, you were able to answer some questions. That's what I found basically. See, no, this pen is not writing. It's my sadness. Not so right. Okay.
I think so. Mike is on.
Yes.
Mike is on.
Now, yeah. We are going to get back now to the. So look at this topic wise exercise. I told you apart from the exercise in the PPT form, I also thought that we can do it in this form as well so that your revision could be very perfect and done well. Okay. According to Dash, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages business, manages managers, manages workers and work. Okay. Second question is Dash with the year also have given. Observed CEOs on the job to get some idea of what they do and how they spend their time. It's a very important question. He found that person. Who is that is what you're going to answer. For instance, at the average dash written contacts and dash verbal contacts per day. So if you are a CEO, how many written contacts and verbal contacts you will have per day? In this and all I gave you in the PPT very clearly. I highlighted this. This is a finding, this is a study. And then Dash studied a number of successful general managers over a 5-year period. He took a 5-year period and made an extensive study of successful general managers. That is one expert. It is a performance of a Dash manufacturing industry. Which country's manufacturing industry is very important. During the war, that drew attention to management. Because of this country's management industry only, manufacturing industry only, the whole world attention got devoted to management because that country did successful management of their manufacturing industry. Okay, that you have to identify. It was Dash who conceived of management as a force. Who said management is a force? Okay. The management boom was triggered by a Dash. Okay. The Dash plan, a separate plan was given there, set out to mobilize management for economic and social reconstruction. The name, the expert name is familiar with you. Yesterday also I was telling you, know, of the two words I told you, you can locate one word. McLuhan. Yes, very good. Yesterday's thing. See how it is registered here in your mind. Revision, what you learned. Japanese first talked of management boom after which period? After which year? Okay. Management brings together 6 M's. What are the 6 M's? The conventional definition of management is getting work done through people. But real management is developing people through work. Who gave this? See, another way. We saw Hicks, we saw Coons and O'Donnell, we saw Mary Parker Follett. Now a small twist again with through and with people they are doing. As per Dash, management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling, performed to determine and accomplish the objectives by use of people and resources. According to Dash, Dash, and Dash 3. The job of management is to make cooperative endeavor to function properly. A manager is one who gets things done by working with people and other resources. Identify the correct feature from the given. No, it is not correct. It is incorrect. I remember. Identify the incorrect feature from the given. Okay. A. Perfect answer. Wonderful. Because it's given management is not a science but an art. Very good here. Okay. Harbison and Myers have tried to restrict the scope of management under economic resource, under system of authority, under class or allied, all the three given above. Very important question for the examination.
All the three given.
Yeah, all the three given above. Randomly you gave or you know? Very good, yeah, all the three. Mark this question as important because students will not study. I said no, my exercise will be a mix of direct, repeated, complicated. Please note it. Harbison and Myers have tried to restrict the scope of management under all the three. Anyway, answer page I will show you. Administration is policy formulation. Management is policy implementation. True or false?
True.
Fantastic. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, note I have left here, revise the debates in this topic. What are the debates? Management versus administration, manager versus entrepreneur. Management as an art, science, or management as a profession. Now look at the answers given. According to Peter Drucker, Henry Mintzberg talked about CEOs and 36 written and 16 verbal contacts. It's a very important study by Henry Mintzberg. Okay. Cota's findings, you would have studied one separate slide I gave on this because he was the one who studied about successful manager over a period of 5 years. In fact, that our slide is also there. I can even show you that. The heading itself will be Cota's findings. See? Do you see that? Henry Mintzberg study and all will be there. CEOs. Do you see that? So you have, that's why I told you follow the slide. It's easy. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Your voice not audible.
Oh,
I said no, your mic is off. You can.
I didn't see you. Okay. So please say immediately, okay, because after some time means we will not know because I have to look at the screen, question, answers, everything. Okay. Yeah. So now look at this.
Be honest.
Yeah, please. Now, look at this question. It was a performance of, I told you the name of the country. American manufacturing industry. Please note it. Expected question. American manufacturing industry. I asked you which country it is. American manufacturing industry. That only drew the entire world to management. Remember that. It was Cripps. You remember we studied about Cripps? Yes or no? Okay, the answer. He was a one who conceived management as a force. Yeah, the source is there for you. You can't say we didn't discuss in the class. See, Sir Cripps. He was the one who triggered management boom. Sir Cripps. Okay, see, look at the question. The management boom was triggered by non-American. This also you can have. Boom. Marshall Plan. Please note the name of the plan. Marshall Plan. It was that would set on to mobilize management for economic and social reconstruction. See, Japanese talked about management only after 1950s, not previously. 1950s after. Okay, that's a year. Now 6 M's. Did you all try 6 M's? You all didn't try at all. Men, money, machines, materials, methods, and markets. As given in the source, we are doing it. So look at our material also very clearly. I would have given 6 and M's and all. A separate page was devoted. Isn't it? The conventional definition I told you. Aga Hazan Bedi. He was the one who was a founder of a bank. You remember that? I told you that he was a founder of a bank. He founded Bank of Credit and Commercial International. That is why Abedi's definition is there in your parents' was highlighted because he was a banker himself. Okay, that is one prominent question. Okay, then as per George Terry, it is George Terry who included actuating. In other elements of management, you didn't have, no? Here he says planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling. If it is planning, organizing, controlling, Ralph C. Davis. Reporting, budgeting, Luther Gulick. Commanding, coordinating, Fayol. See how much you should study here. Will you be prepared mentally for all this? Look at the names of 3 experts. Newman, Summer and Warren. They only defined management. The job of management is to make things function properly. Right. Identify the correct feature. Yes, management is incorrect feature. Okay, make here also. Answer is incorrect feature. Are you clear? Then Herbison and Myers, all the 3 above. This you gave very correctly. That is, what is it? It is true.
True.
Okay, I will share these Word files for you. Okay, what you do in the examination, if you have no time, at least go through these exercises. Okay, quiz exercises. Okay. Now, having done this much, one more exercise also you are going to do. You just try, no? When you even hit or miss, you can do. Try this. Should I make it bigger? Try some of this at least, no? I'll give you 2 minutes.
Management. First of all. Science.
Any answer you located? Okay. So now I will paste this answer key separately. It is there in that page for you. Don't worry. But parallelly also we will see. Okay, as we read the sentences, you can learn it like, actually I feel that you can learn it off here itself. So I will just copy it here for you also. Let me change this. Always students keep management for the end revision. Yeah. Now look at these questions and the answers. According to George Terry, look at the answer. Management is a distinct process. See, I told you one clue when I was discussing this management, no? Take distinct process, intellectual exercise, continuous process. You have that as a keyword. That is what will be helpful. Okay, I have some keywords within the definition itself. Okay, George Terry has defined management as a distinct function. Were you able to locate this answer? Yes, Fayol, did you all do that? Did you locate this answer? To manage is to forecast and plan, organize, command, coordinate and control. 5 function as given by Fayol. Look at the answer. Next one, Lawrence Apley has defined management as getting things done through the efforts of other people. Look at the other version, efforts. When it comes to efforts, it is Lawrence Apley. Okay, management as a dash lays down cause and effect relationship. It's a simple question, no? Science. Just now we saw, isn't it? Science is cause and effect relationship. Art is practical. Profession is evolving. Okay. So science is the correct answer. Okay. Response to needs relates to profession. True or false? True. Very good. Excellent. Human skills, relation skills are required at which level of management? All the 3 levels. Yeah. The answer is there. Very good. Please remember the box diagram, where you will have conceptual skills, human skills and technical skills, right? So it is required at all the 3 levels. Okay. In the dash role, manager represents the organization in all the matters of the family, as in the matters of the formality, as a negotiator. No, as a figurehead. Please look at the answer, figurehead.
That is top management. Top level.
Yes. Now, no, we are talking about roles of management, 10 roles as given by Henry Mintzberg. You remember that? Roles of a professional manager. Now look at your book. Roles, responsibilities and skills. Skills are 3 levels. I will better show you our management material. I just wanted to show you this.
Today, till what we will do, till organizing, not directing, not
Staffing.
till staffing.
It is the agenda. Okay, sizably. I just wanted to show, after the break I will show you our material, or in the page itself I have given skills, roles and responsibilities. What is that? They're disturbing you at home. They're calling you for the rituals again. So you can go to the page 29. That is in topic 3 as a segment I've given you, roles, skills and responsibilities. Go to 28 itself. According to Robert Katz, there are 3 important skills: conceptual, human relations and technical. I gave you a graphical representation there. And then go to the next page. You will be having what is called as role of a professional manager. 3 important roles: interpersonal, informational and decisional. 3 for interpersonal, 3 for informational and 4 for decisional, given by management expert Henry Mintzberg. So the questions which we saw now were from roles of a professional manager, and third one you are given responsibilities. These 3 are in and around segments. Roles, skills and responsibilities are in the, as a revision tip you can just mention it, because I have found that being asked in the examination as a revision tip. That is all. So for in and around the topic, okay, I have highlighted that also. Please note that it is there, very much given to you. Are you clear? Yes or no? For in and around the topic, it is very important. That's where this question comes. Now you find out, no, for this. Okay, its answer should not be given there. I will delete the answer. Now you please find out the answer for this question. In the dash role and the last 3 you find out the answer. Having given you, please find out the answer. In the dash role, manager represents the organization in all the matters of formality. A company president works out a deal with a consulting firm. This comes under dash role. I told you 3 major roles, 10 sub roles as given by Henry Mintzberg. And dash is not any system to increase production or to pay wages or to figure neither cost, nor it is merely a time study or motion study, but it is a mental revolution both for the employer and employee. All the 3 questions try out. One is from scientific management and the other 2 are from the roles of a professional manager. Let me see whether you are able to find out.
Yeah, ma'am. But last second one, decision role.
Okay, decision role. Okay, you feel that way. First and third, you have any answer?
First one, I think so. Nego.
First one is negotiator. Okay. Third one, any idea? Okay, I will give back the answers now. Look at the last 3. First one is figurehead. Second one is negotiator. Third one is scientific management. Scientific management is not any system to increase production or wages. What is it? A mental revolution on the part of both the employer and employee, so that the wastages found in the factory operations are regulated, are removed. So as a figurehead, so you gave from the major heads, no, subhead. Not it's not wrong, but they specific. I told you, when broad and specific is there, answer will be specific. Are you clear? Now we have done what have we done covered? Taylor, Fayol, nature and scope of management. So whatever we did so far, you go through that, so that I will give you a test now in the class based on what we did so far before starting planning. That is my agenda. Whatever we did so far, you would have taken some points, right? From the beginning. See, Karan, you asked now today's coverage, Taylor, Fayol, nature and scope of management, nature and process of planning, organizing, staffing. Yeah. Tomorrow you can do directing, controlling, coordination, decision making, max paper. So first day a little, what to say?
Organizing also is not big.
Very big one.
Very good.
Very big one. That's why I kept it today. Now revise what we have done so far, so that I am going to give you a test now, the class itself. Probably I will give you some 10 questions. That's all.
Out of whatever we couldn't know.
Taylor. The people.
Okay, look at my random questions for you. Take a fresh page. Just try, no, nothing, no harm. Yes, Mudit and Karan and online students, you can also take up this exercise. Take a fresh page. You should not have the.
Oh, you are giving question. Okay.
Have a fresh page.
Yes.
No. Whatever you know, you can try, no? I think I highlighted that and I told you, see, actuating is given. Don't always think of easy, okay? Think of learning in the class. Try, hard work will give you more of results. Give something to me. Okay, yes, we move on. Okay, so this is I think 2-3 quizzes from PPT and 2 exercises in Word worksheet is more than enough. Okay, so all this what you learn in revision use for exam and you don't have time. Okay, so shall we try out this? Okay, post corp was given by
Yeah.
yes, none of the given. Very
Total correct.
perfect, very good, excellent. Now mention Fayol's classification of business activities. Tell me what are those?
Right?
Give the name.
What?
Give the name. What?
I said
Forecasting and planning.
They are elements of
elements there.
forecasting, planning are elements of management as given by Fayol. 14 principles are given. 6 classification of business activities. 6-fold classification. What are they? Not even one you can remember? You did know one question. Search for funds and optimum use of funds comes under dash. I gave you some categories. You said no. So financial is one.
Commercial.
Yeah, very good. Commercial.
Accounting.
Accounting.
Managing. Securities.
Managerial. Not bad, yeah. You know.
Securities.
Security.
The last one is budget. Budgeting. No,
Budgeting is in it. It's not here at all. See, when you have to manufacture and all, what is needed?
Correct.
No. You need what? Mainly for production, for manufacturing, what you need? Oh God. Technical, technological
yeah.
knowledge, no technical. Are you? It's really funny sometimes. Okay. Find out this. Find out this.
This one is
Easy question, yeah.
C. No, C. Rule of thumb. Yes.
Okay. Whose principle is this? Rule of thumb.
Taylor.
Who's called as father of modern management? Is not different from administration. False. Because it is different. Technical skills is task related, whereas conceptual skill is ideas related. True. Very good. And human relation skill is people related. One more thing is there. The three box, no, the column. Okay. Management is a multi-purpose organ. Who gave this? I gave you in the first quiz also. I told you that, no, I've seen this in the scanner. 2-3 times I've asked this. Just recollect some names. I'm not saying give me the perfect name. Anyway, good that you have recollected some name. Actually, this is not a difficult name. You know, this name is very familiar to you. Yes, yes. No, no. Peter Drucker. It's not difficult to remember. Multi-purpose organ. Okay. Roles of professional manager was given by
C.
Correct.
Many.
And skills was given by Robert Katz. Skills of a professional manager by Robert Katz. Roles of a professional manager by Henry Mintzberg. Who added actuating element? Look at the notes at least and tell me.
6 minutes.
I gave you a name clearly. One of you also read it out. Actually, I think that was the segment you read out. See whether you could recollect it. Look at your notes. Answer is there already. Recollect it. Answer is shown also.
What?
From this you find out where it is. Georgetown. You gave it for that one and here it comes, actuating. Management as dash requires advanced degree in specialization. Art, science, profession, all the three. Profession, perfect answer.
Right.
People will write all the three, which is wrong. Profession requires only specialization. You're a professional. Is, are you clear now?
You will send this PPT to.
Yeah, this exercise and all. That PC sir is back from his native home. I'll ask whether it should be shared in WhatsApp or Google Drive. What management says. I will let you know.
Okay.
But I will share it in some form to you. Definitely. It is very useful. That is what I'm saying. Okay. Can we move on to planning? Can we start planning?
Yes.
Yes, that's a very good thing from you. Go through all this, whatever we discussed. I think this test you did very well, I felt. Quiz 1, test 1. This few were very, very advanced. This one was really tough for you, I noticed. Names. Art, science, and profession you can easily. technological segment. So day and night you have to study. That is what that slide tells you. Don't have any day and night segregation at all.
Until 3 o'clock.
Yes, he can do. He will do.
Not coming to class.
So you are going to study, revise, Taylor and Fayol from Bharadwaj material, nature and scope of manage from PPT. Okay. Go to planning. First element of management. Technically put in what are the components covered under this topic. Again, you have definition and features, right? That is there. Every topic. Principles. Does anybody remember how many principles of planning? For Fayol, we have studied 14 principles. Does anybody remember how many principles?
8.
12.
Well,
Correct. Then types of planning, types of plans. That difference is very important. Okay. Planning premises, repeatedly asked. Planning process is the technical segment. Like it, the order is given. That's why this part I gave you. You can't interchange. You cannot do one before the other. Right? Okay. Now, ma'am, what should I revise for the exam, my dear students? The students are missing out one segment. Therefore, I typed the segment for you. See, look at this. They are asking definitely from the features of planning. It is one expected question here. How many, I do not know in what ways to put to the students the importance of it. Because unless and until you go through once at least, you will not able to, I do not know why it's not expanding. Please note. Planning is a primary function of management. I'll at least highlight for you. Okay, planning is goal oriented. Planning is an intellectual process. Repeated question. Planning is pervasive. In the class, I told you the meaning of pervasive. All pervasive. Everywhere. Covers at all parts of the organization. Everywhere, at all levels. Okay, planning is a continuous process. Because they think that, no, I planned, I close it off. No, it's not like that. Again, that's why you saw that chain process. Planning involves choice between the alternatives so that I choose the best. Okay, planning is concerned with accomplishment of group objectives. As a team, how much am I contributing to the corporate goal? Very important. Planning is flexible. These are 4 points. You know, planning people say it's rigid. It's not rigid. It is flexible. Please note this slide is 100% important. Don't come to the class without reading this. Such is the importance because this is the conceptual question. It is a conceptual question, a conceptual question. This segment is like that because whether you are thorough with the element of planning, they will know from this. You understand that? People will say planning is rigid. People will say planning is one-time exercise. You know. So all these are now countered. Here it is not that. Do you understand this part? All this. Next one. Now regarding limitations, hold this for any chapter. Merits and limitation. Just give one time reading. It's a revision tip for you. I remember a student telling me, ma'am, I had to by heart the limitations of planning, ma'am, and the measures. That you will know. You give one reading because other portions you said, no, names of the experts we can't recollect. I said, why was this quiz difficult? It's some third quiz or fourth. Ma'am, too many names are there. That is the point. That's where you have to give time. Where in other matters, I find, no, when it is asked functional foremanship or when it was the art, science and profession, you are able to do. Right? So where should I devote my time in revision? So limitations, function, even features are important. Yeah, it happens. This disturbance is there. Okay. This side. This side. Outside only, no?
Outside.
Happens here.
Yeah.
You are afraid. You are afraid or disturbed. Yeah, one thing before we go. How would you give your percentage of preparation for management segment? Yeah, I wanted to ask this in the beginning itself. What is your mark for your preparation as of now? Preparation for management segment. What percentage would give out of 100? Just 50. Very good, yeah. Seriously, you
40, 30.
40? 40 means okay, decent. 30, yeah. That's all. Yeah, so did you note this point? This is a non-technical segment. That's why I'm saying give a general technique. We'll give you now time for breakfast.
You can,
And
because we have started planning.
is it okay? Will you concentrate? For me, nothing.
Yes,
I want your concentration.
We complete planning.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Then, now prerequisites for effective planning. My dear students, features are different. What Gary Dazer has given, I think Gary Dazer's note also I gave this. I should not show you now. Okay. You have Gary Dazer's considerations of planning. You have prerequisites and features. So this is exclusively for planning segment. In all segments, you don't have this, not for many. So it is a planning exclusive segment, needs thorough revision. It's a planning exclusive segment.
The
So
previous slide, the limitations we have, like its rigidity, costly, those things. The features, like the characteristics we had, it's flexible. So
this is inbuilt rigidity of a plan. Plan means following a particular course of action. That is inbuilt. That doesn't mean I cannot change a plan. Plan is bound to change, no? So the answer is planning is flexible. You will do an MCQ there. Planning is flexible. Here, as a limitation, when I say, when you give a plan, just think of your planned way, unplanned way. Planned is a given path. That is the rigidity we are talking about. Okay, so plan is fundamentally flexible. Don't think that if I plan, I will be stuck to something, so I won't plan. It's wrong. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Failing to plan is planning to, I am planning to fail means don't plan. Okay, that doubt you got clarified? Yes, what else? Yeah, so please remember in limitations, we will counter our merits. It's normal. That's why I said you give a non-technical segment. How it is rigid or why it is, we will say that planning makes things go quickly. But here we will write as limitation time consuming. How it is draining time because several rounds of sitting deliberations. Okay, so in that way, in a critical way, you're seeing that. But remember, planning is having an inbuilt flexibility because I am implementing a scheme. The budget outlay is over. Should we sit with that? No funds. I will not implement. No, automatically planning for more funds, right? It will happen, right? Okay. Now go to this one. My dear students, please remember some general principles for effective planning. So make plans simple and easy to understand. When the plan itself is complicated, it invites a lot of difficulties. It invites misunderstandings. Okay, so planning must be simple and easy because otherwise it invites misunderstanding. That is one point. Be selective in the plan, my dear students. What to plan? Don't have a big area to be planned. What is a core one? What is a core territory? That is what I'm going to focus now. Okay, don't plan for everything. So successful managers never try to cover too much territory. They have a boundary for planning. This is what I'm going to plan about. Plan should be geared to meet the needs of those who implement it. So the implementer has an agenda. Why do I frame? A corporate manager, CEO does a plan. Why? He wants certain things to be met. So plan ought to cover. See, you will make a plan for exam. So you are the maker of the plan and that plan should help you to meet. So I will do 8 hours of study. I will do 6 hours of study. I will study the subject wise. I will alternate numericals with theoretical or practical subject with theory, hardcore theory. So it should meet your need. This is a difficult thing. We won't think of that. Plan should be geared to meet the needs of those who implement it. I am needing it. That's why the plan for me, right? Which means plan is a guidance. That's the meaning of it. And a plan should be thorough. Means what? There should not be any section. If it's complicated, no. Sometimes they will give some plan without any budget outlay, without time frame, which means they are not clear on that. You should give a time frame, give the budget outlay. What are the people involved? Give every requirement. Don't omit any function or sub function. Don't overlook necessary details. Very important. Never omit. Don't overlook necessary details. At the same time, don't make planning a controversial one, because you give radical statements, sweeping statements, because then plan will never start. Plan has the next phase. It has to be implemented. If you're going to be in this controversy itself, when will you implement? Do you understand? See, say a successful plan should never encourage controversial statements. Be clear. This is what we need. Time, financial outlay, participants, submission date. So, for that you would have discussed. After that, go ahead. Supposing something it crosses timeline, genuinely, give more time. It is not a genuine one. Ask the concerned people why. That is our plan. That is why this chart is very important. For all practical purpose, it's a very important slide. So apart from features, this is one other segment you should study. Okay, probably I can also question you when I give this question. So have you understood? Simple and easy to understand, selective in nature, meeting the needs of people who implement it, being very thorough, not omitting necessary details. At the same time, controversial details are avoided or statements are avoided. Okay, now with this glimpse, yeah, and where are we going to study this chapter from? The PPT. PPT is ready for you. I will show you what we did in the class. As I showed you the PPT, do you remember this? What we did in the class very clearly? Look at this. Step by step we went. Highlighting the names, highlighting the important points, empirical examples, listed out the principles of planning. See how much elaborately, types of planning, example, scope of planning, types of planning premises, what is the planning premises, subdivisions of it, again limitations of planning, faulty design of planning system. You know, when you do prerequisites of effective planning, that's what we discussed. You see, it was a separate slide. Gary Dessler, my dear students, one other segment you should not miss. An expert was given that managers should consider the following points while discussing, while making a plan. Can I expect one of you to read this? Or you can share, one can read the three, or and the other can read the next four. Please, can you read it once so that you register it in the class?
A manager should consider the following point.
Who gave this? Mention the name of the expert.
Gary Dessler.
Yes, good.
Then first one, develop accurate forecast. Gain acceptance for plan. Plan must be sound one. To increase the efficiency of plans, managers are advised to follow an open system approach where they recognize and pay concentration to the complex environment in which their organization is functioning, apart from judging pros and cons of a plan.
Okay.
Develop an effective planning organization. Planning involves answers to several questions.
You know this, planning involves answers to several questions.
The solution for these questions requires a blueprint for planning and a planning organization as such. Be objective. The managers should not hesitate to verify the truth behind the pessimistic
notions
of or beliefs.
Be objective means what? Measurable, numerical, right?
Measure firm's market value. Decide in advance the criteria for abandoning a project. What is this last point here? You're saying it goes out of control.
When you're planning, you know, whatever proposal, investment proposal is not attractive, is not going to yield you result, abandon that.
Stop.
Why go into that, incur a loss, burn your fingers and do it? So you decide in advance itself the criteria for abandoning, means giving up a project. This investment proposal will be expensive, time consuming, it will not give us any lucrative benefits. Abandon it, don't go for it. Decide that in advance. What are the criteria to choose an investment proposal, to choose a project? If it doesn't fit, abandon it. Are you clear? Yes, see, all this we saw. Study your, more is there actually. 8, 9 and 10, set up a monitoring system. Revise the long-term plans every year. Long-term plans. Fit the plan to the situation. Practical. Plan is not a theoretical construct. Practical one. Okay. So, you are going to prepare planning process from what? From our PPT slide. Of course, this is a process given. What are the process? Analysis of the opportunities, establishing objectives, then you have determining the planning premises, identifying alternatives, evaluating the alternative, selection of the best alternative, implementing the plan, reviewing the plan. Okay, that's what in chart form we gave. Approaches to planning, you remember, top down approach, bottom up approach, composite approach, team approach. You remember all the 4 approaches. Okay, types of planning, single use plans and multi use plans. Okay, with this, I think the slides, 30 crisp slides. Study this, you are done with any question in planning, I tell you that. Likewise for management. Okay, so when you read certain things as notes, no, I find students are missing it out. No, this is like a ready reckoner. I shared these slides already. You remember? Now comes your part. What is that? You are going to address a quiz. Okay. Do this. Yeah. When the answers are also double verified and only given. Anything you found out? Answers? Yes? Yes? Okay. Union management relations is an example of dash premises. Under planning premises, I will show you, you have subtypes. Under what type does it come? Is a question. Okay, look at this. Is it internal? Is it external? Is it controllable? Is it semi-controllable? Uncontrollable? Tangible? Intangible? Constant? Variable? Union management relationship comes under which type of planning premises? Internal. Sure. Let's see the answer. And I told you why to revise from the slide. No, I have added examples, practical examples from the organization for each of this. For each of this, in the next slides, you will see the example. Okay. Okay, so Mudit has tried one answer. Let's check it out. Semi-controllable premises. And as I was explaining to you in the class, I said the union, when you take trade unions and all, don't think they're confined to that small group in an organization. They have links with unions in other factories, in other organizations. It's an extensive thing. So if completely we cannot, trade union has their own rules. A management of a particular company cannot control them. You know that, isn't it? They have their own important rules, which is common to all the workers belonging to a particular factory type or organization type. So it is semi-controllable. It is neither non-controllable or uncontrollable, semi-controllable. Okay. Dash are the anticipated environment in which plans are expected to operate. Repeated question. You see, you're also recollecting that. In the class also I told you that. As I was explaining this chapter, please read this. Okay, I'll give you a clue. It is very much related to your previous question. Options you want? I'll give you the options. Want the options? I'll give you the options for that are, say, what this is. Planning principles, planning process, planning premises, none of the given. Planning premises. Perfect answer. Good. So what is this repeated question noted? Planning premises are the anticipated environment in which plans are expected to operate. Remember that. It was given by whom? You know who gave it? The class also I told you. It's very popular because someone gave it. I highlighted and told you that. Remember this. Okay. See, if you revise whatever source I'm telling you, then itself you can click off. Okay. Then, one of the following is not a principle of plan.
B.
You say B, you say C. C is a perfect answer. Principle of limiting factor is that planning has limits. Maybe time, maybe people, maybe resources, etc. Okay. Principle of early beginning comes for principle of coordination, reciprocity, early beginning, all those. Planning is a foundation of most successful actions of all enterprise. Again, see code scale. George Terry. Okay. Dash are also known as recurring plans. Yes, your answer is correct only. Standing plans or multi-use plans are recurring plans. Very good. See, apart from the quote, your other questions you're able to answer, no? Which means what is that you need to revise? Definitions and quotes. I find that other things you're able to answer. Not bad. Budget is an example of, is it an example of single-use plan or multi-use plan? What is your idea? Sure. 100%?
Multi-use. Wherever we want.
Because this budget for this particular year, for this particular project, that's all. For the next project, I cannot have the same outlay. I cannot have the same time. See, budget very well is an example, apparently an example of what? Single-use plan. Can you have the same budget, Mudit, after, see, even government budget, you see, every year we have a budget, no? Old budget is thrown. Every year you should have. Multi-use means what? Understand the difference between multi-use and single-use. Multi-use is the same plan that can be put to repetitive use. A plan that can be put to repetitive use is multi-use. A plan which can be used only once and discarded is single-use. So budget is like that. My 2 years earlier budget is no use for me now. Got the point? Okay. Now policies come under multi-use plan or multi-use plan, true or false? Sure. Clear? Clear?
Yes, false.
True. Like objectives, policies are rough guides for the enforcement of objectives. Objective also is a multi-use plan. Policy is also multi-use plan. Budgets, programs, schedules, projects, all these will come under single use. Okay. Multi-use plans are ad hoc in nature. In the class, I told you the meaning of ad hoc. This is one important point. What's the meaning of ad hoc? What is the meaning of ad hoc? Recurring. Ad hoc means temporary. Okay. Multi-use plans are temporary in nature. True or false?
False.
You got it? Yes. More questions are there. Now here I want to just which one? Which one?
Previous.
This one, huh? Why it's not going with it? Did you note down the answers? Okay. Shall we do the next exercise? Semi-controllable is this one. Yeah, union management relationship. What happened here? Only half is there. Oh, this went up down. Thank God you told me to keep it. Okay. Next question. Next slide. Perfect. Next one. One incorrect example, one correct example. Okay. You have to choose a correct one.
D.
Option D. Give time, think and tell. Now, do you see this as a template question? Identify the incorrect also they can ask. Identify the correct also they can ask. Register that. So read that question carefully. I remember a student where the question asked was identify the incorrect. She assumed correct. Be careful. Okay. Okay. What is the answer for second one? What you are going to do here is identify the correct one from the following, which means the rest three are incorrect. See, Mudit, again, see, is it correct one? That's what students do. This is the exact expression of the student. Oh, they're asking correct one now. This is why I am giving you this correct and incorrect in a separate slide. Already we did no 2 quizzes. Again, you're going to do 1 quiz in Word document. C. Sure? Excellent, yeah, you are. Seriously.
Option D, no answer.
No, C. It is not D.
Your mark option.
No, it is not. It is not D, it is C.
Incorrect.
A plan should be geared to meet the needs of those who implement it. That is the correct answer. Under prerequisites, we saw that, no? I mean, under this point, considerations, we saw, no? And there we said it should meet the need of people who are implementing it. That's a correct one. And this one, did you all find out? Oh, D option. Planning is not concerned with the D option you found out, no? That is the incorrect. This is correct.
Correct.
This Gary Dazer, I put on, no, this spelling is given in different books differently. Dazzler is what I found. So in Dazier, in one of the books editions, it was given like this. But remember, since it's not a descriptive part, don't worry about the spelling. Okay, this is what I told you, no? Remember this. read this once, because today at some point of time I'll ask you to write this 10 without seeing. One of you read it from the screen. Yeah, please read.
So these are not the prerequisites.
No. Prerequisites separate, consideration separate. Manager should consider the following point while planning is given by Gary Desler. See, with clarity you asked that. And in our planning slide, I have given 3 separate slides for each of this. You please have a look into it. Prerequisites. Okay, prerequisites. Gary Desler. Okay, Gary Desler. And considerations also will be there. Somewhere. Okay. Yeah, now you can go on to this. Yeah.
Yes, we said. Okay.
Managers should consider the following points: develop accurate forecasts, gain acceptance for the plan must be a sound one, develop an effective planning organization, be objective, measure firm's market value, decide in advance a criteria for abandoning a project, set up a monitoring system, revise the long-term plans every year, fit the plan to the situation. Done. Okay. Now should we go to the
Receive the launch.
yes, you want to see it, Karan?
Yes, sir.
You have one more word exercise in this before going for it. Now please look at this. Let's not fail to observe this. In recent times, management has become a more scientific discipline of study, having certain standardized principles and practices. Now, the following is a breakdown of the evolution of management during its development period. So, in your parents' house, I want to tell you that there is one categorization management experts have made, that is early management approaches, modern management approaches. See, like yesterday we saw no selected portions like tits and bits. This is one final part before we step into organization. Is totally a different genre. It has its own volume, but by the time we finish planning, I wanted to hint this to you because it's a parent source point also. Early management approaches, which are represented by scientific management, administrative management, human relations management. Okay, scientific management given by Taylor, administrative management by Fayol, and human relationship management. There are experts like Elton Mayo. You don't have that in your syllabus, that's why it's not discussed. They have given this human relationship movement, okay, early management approach. In modern management approaches, we still have scientific management, we have administrative management, but now what happens is more of systematic thing and contingency approach. Contingency means what? You are thinking in advance about any unexpected situation. You are well prepared to face an unplanned situation also, like pandemic. Did pandemic bring an end to all business operations? No. It was one sector which was shining, isn't it? So business cannot come to a stalemate at anything. So in modern approach, we are only adding two things: science and contingency. Science is making it more systematic, more rational, and more rule based, and it is not left haphazard. And contingency is ability to face a unexpected emergency. So that is a small note I wanted to give before we move on to what your word exercise in planning. Would you like to do it now? Yes? Would it, or after break? What is your level of?
We'll complete this one.
It's up to you, because I am not going to do the exercise. You are only going to do the exercise, no? If you are so hungry, we will halt. You can come back and do.
We'll do.
You'll do
this.
and finish.
Finish it now.
Yeah. So look at the questions. Not this. This was just for you. Yeah. Purpose of planning, in the words of Dash, is dash fold. Somebody says planning is of dash fold: 2-fold, 3-fold, 4-fold, 5-fold, 6-fold. Okay, so you have that in mind. Second question is, planning is an intellectual process, the conscious determination of the course of action, basing of decision on purpose, facts, and considered estimates. Who gave this? Then, planning embodies the skill of anticipation, influencing, and controlling the nature and direction of change. This was given by. Identify the incorrect feature. I think that you will do it easily. Incorrect, not the correct one, incorrect.
See, planning is
Okay, I will take that. Identify the incorrect principle of planning from the given.
D.
D. Employee training is an example of dash term planning.
Short.
Short term or medium term or long term. No types of planning based on time, based on scope, isn't it? On time you have short term, medium term, and long term. Based on scope you have corporate, divisional, departmental, right? Then types of plans: single use, multi use. Know the difference between types of planning and types of plan. I repeatedly give you in the revision. Types of plans are single use, multi use. Types of planning are divided based on time and scope. Okay.
D. Depends on the
Policy or decision of the organization. And he said A. Okay, we'll have it. Division planning is also known as dash planning or dash planning. Remember, there are alternative names. Whenever alternative names are there, you have to study it. They'll ask you. Shall I give you options for this? Because non-technical one, you will be able to answer. Four. I've given you 4 options.
B.
B. B is what you say? Yes, what about you? A. Oh, we'll have in mind. Okay. Now, economic, social, technological, and political conditions, product market, factor market. These ingredients are examples of which type of premises. Just now we saw planning premises. A couple of questions also we saw. We saw the PPT slides. It comes under semi-controllable. Okay, we'll have in mind the answer. Develop accurate forecast, gain acceptance for the plan. Plan must be a sound one, and so on. Was given by
George Dessler. Gary Dessler.
Gary Dessler. Okay, I'll have in mind. Under dash and dash approach, proposals originate at the supervisory level, supervisory management level, travel up the management hierarchy in a step-by-step manner, and reach the top management level for review and approval. I will give you the options for it being a non-technical one. For technical, unless you study, there is no point giving. So here, top-down approach is one. Bottom-up approach is one. Composite approach is one. Team approach is another. Top-down is what is your choice. And next one is, here the top management provides broad parameters and guidelines to line executives at the
Bottom.
from top down to bottom up. No. Okay, I understood. I got your answer. Now here look at this. Here the top management provides broad parameters and guidelines to the line executives at the middle and lower management level. Same options you can keep.
Top down.
I got your. You will see. Anyway, we'll see the answers. No. Okay. Then dash plans are recurring plans. Objectives, policies, procedures, and rules are important.
Single use plan.
Single use
Plan.
plans. Single use plans.
Yeah.
Yes, we will check the answer. Budgets, schedules, projects are examples of dash plans. Come.
Budget multi-use plan.
Budget is multi-use plan. Okay. Yes. Now I will show the answer key, right? The purpose of planning, in the words of Dalton McFarland, is twofold. The two is correct. And what is the twofold also? Please learn it, because they may give something else. To determine appropriate goals, to prepare for adaptive and innovative change. Okay? To determine appropriate goals, to be prepared for adaptive and innovative change. Dalton McFarland has defined the twin purpose of planning. Remember that point. Okay. Planning is an intellectual process. Coons and O'Donnell, favorite question of the examiner. First one is a complicated question. Planning as an intellectual process was given by Coons and O'Donnell. Then it embodies a skill of anticipation, influence, and controlling, given by whom? Dalton McFarland. He has done a lot of work on planning. That's why I took his. Planning is a continuous function. Okay, now this is, we have to identify the correct one. No, incorrect one.
Incorrect, sir.
Okay, incorrect. What was the option you gave? You remember the option you gave?
Option C.
Yes. Option C is a perfect answer.
Planning is rigid.
Planning is rigid. Yes, go to the next one. Identify the incorrect principle. Perfect answer, principle of reciprocity. Very good. I think one of you told, no? I don't know who said. Yeah, very good.
For all these years, years, years.
See this.
Next question also. Same.
I will make it into this now. Okay. See.
No problem.
No problem. Then, employee training is an example of short-term
Short-term.
planning. Employee training. Okay. I think you told the last one, no? Yeah. Divisional planning or tactical planning. Divisional planning is also known as tactical planning or operational planning. I think you are told strategic or unit. Is tactical or operational. Okay. Planning premises are the anticipated environment in which plans are expected to operate. I think you told that answer perfectly. And this is an example of external factor. Correct answer is external factor. It is not completely under the semi-controllable is no. What is happening in the economy I can't control. Like puzzle, no, that is what is this. All these are external. Okay. This one you will give correctly, no? Gary Dassler. That is develop accurate forecast was given up. Now the first question is bottom up. Correct. You revised it, no? You first said top down, then made a bottom up. Second answer is composite approach. 4 approaches are there, no? So where here both have an equal right. Okay, something like that. Standing plans are recurring plans. Okay. Now it is not single use, it is multi-use. Standing plans. Multi-use.
Multi-use.
You reversed and gave the answer. Whereas budget, whoever it is, I don't know, multi-use. The budgets and this is single use. They are non-repetitive in nature. Just now I thought budget has to be discarded. You are told multi-use. I was wondering, now only I told them no. Yeah, you reversed and gave the answer. Non-repetitive. I can't put this to repetitive use. Non-repetitive plan. Ad hoc plan. Ad hoc means temporary. Non-recurring. Look at the names. Standing. This is standing. Multi-use. Recurring. Permanent. Okay. Repetitive. Do you understand that? Have you got a complete understanding of planning? Till planning, are you clear? Now what is that you are going to just go through limitations. I told you don't spend time on that. Please remember planning process is sequential. Difference between types of planning and types of planning. Single use, multi-use, types of planning based on time and scope. Okay, so please look at this. You are going to revise this slide completely for the exam. This is more than enough. See, all important questions are given to you. Important points are given to you. Features, objectives and importance. Empirical examples. All empirical examples. 12 principles given by Kuhns and O'Rourke. See, this is types of planning. See, where does employee training come? With the example we saw, no? You had a question, isn't it, on employee training? See, where does it come? For every type, you have an example added. Please remember, that's why I hinted this slide, very important. Very clearly we have given you. Alternative names. It is also, short-term planning is also known as activity planning. Medium-term planning is also known as project planning. Right? All these are there. Now look at this. Types of planning based on time is short-term, medium-term, long-term. Based on scope is corporate, divisional, departmental or unit. See, corporate planning is known as strategic planning. Divisional planning or technical planning or operational planning. And departmental planning or unit planning. Okay. Planning premises, very important. Who gave it? Various classification with examples. With examples are there. Limitations, non-technical segment. Faulty design of planning system. Sometimes, planning doesn't work. What is that? Why is that the design faulty? That is also given to you. Prerequisites, Gary Dassler's points. All these are given to you. Steps in planning process. Very clearly given. And approaches to planning. We saw, no? Top down, bottom up, composite team. Okay, types of plans, single use and multi-use. Yes, with this it's over. Are you clear? Yes. Till planning, are you clear? Yes. So
Yes,
we have
ma'am.
done Taylor, FIOL, nature and scope of management, and nature and process of planning. Clear? Okay. So we'll take a breakfast break now. And when are you expected back? Tell me. When you come back, we will do organizing extensively and staffing. 9:45. Fine. So we will get back at 9:45, my dear students. We are all going for a breakfast break. Okay, so please join us by 9:45. Thank you so much. 2 hours 32 minutes.